Hello everyone, it's Gideon from Pirates. Just a quick 5-minute update pertaining to the fight for our gun rights and our implicit right to keep and bear arms in South Africa. So far so good. Nearly 70,000 submissions strong on the DRSA public participation platform. Please keep those submissions rolling in. If you haven't yet had your say, please have your say and encourage your friends, family, co-workers, neighbors, peers and others to do the same thing. Even if they don't want to take the time to write a paragraph, just by going on the DRSA platform and clicking through that you oppose the bill in its totality, that already counts as a legal submission and your voice is already heard. And that is maybe under 60 seconds that is going to take you to do that. So you can literally just get people to click through on that. It gets mailed to the Civilian Secretariat of Police and it is a legal and lawful submission stating your opposition to this bill that wants to remove our rights to self-defense, sport, shooting, hunting and collecting, amongst a whole bunch of other terrible things that's in there. So on that note, I have reliable information that the police are effectively shitting themselves and that they know and understand that the self-defense angle that they're pushing is not going to be justifiable and go through. However, they are going to continue their attack on the hunters, sport shooters and collectors, and it is vital if we want the firearm owning and shooting industry and sector in this country to survive, that we ensure that those sectors are not attacked and that none of these provisions go through. The bill in its entirety is atrocious. The documents underpinning it as supporting evidence are laughably terrible, amateuristically written, totally biased, unreferenced, unscientific, unreasonable, unjustifiable, and the entire thing, the bill and its supporting documents, should be withdrawn, discarded, put into a shredder, burnt and jettisoned into Mars on the back of a Saturn V rocket, rather on the tip of a Saturn V rocket. So we need the opposition to keep on rolling in. We need to keep the pressure up. We cannot throw anybody under the bus. No shooter gets left behind. I don't think I need to elaborate why the hunting industry is so vitally important in South Africa, how it's important for agriculture, conservation, tourism, and shooting as well. More elaborations perhaps needed on sport shooting, because a lot of people don't understand that sport shooting is the foundation of lawful, responsible firearm ownership in this country, and that it is also the way that people maintain, enhance and develop skills, proficiency and other similar things. Without sport shooting in South Africa, it essentially undermines the very concept, ironically, of the Firearms Control Act that calls for lawful, safe, responsible firearm ownership. And by the same token, if we get rid of sports shooting by limiting sports shooters arbitrarily to a nonsensical number of guns, we might as well throw proficiency training out the window as we go about it, because what's the point of training someone to a minimum level of proficiency and then preventing them from expanding that level of proficiency and development and becoming better at being a lawful, knowledgeable and responsible, safe firearm owner? Sport shooting can't go under the bus. All numerical limits are arbitrary. Bekele is talking utter rubbish when he says South Africans can own an unlimited number of guns. Every single gun we own must be individually motivated, which is also arbitrary nonsense. And the state reserves incredible powers to decline those applications. And in fact, often they do, frequently they do, for spurious and arbitrary reasons. So we can't let up the pressure. We cannot allow them to push through any restrictions. The bill in its entirety must be withdrawn. On that, second bit of reliable information, I believe that not a single comment thus far has been read by the police that has been submitted via the public participation process. What happened to these emails? Why they haven't read them? Did they clear their inbox to make space and delete all these emails without reading them? That would constitute a criminal breach of a constitutional democratic process. That would be indeed criminal. So I'm hoping they did this. It would completely destroy this effort if they were stupid enough to delete all those emails. But the fact that they haven't read a single one is also telling, and it's shocking, and it doesn't count in their favor. So stand by for a press release from the originator. This is why doing public participation via a platform like DRSA that individually counts, tracks and traces every individual submission is so important, because there's a public record and there's also things built into the system that can tell you if emails have been read or opened or not. But again, don't take it from me, wait for the press release, but keep fighting. We are winning. We need to fight harder and win in totality. I will not take a silver or bronze medal. I will not take a participation trophy. Let's go, guys. Let's make it happen.